Hi, everybody. Welcome to Busy Moms Yoga. I'm Megan. Thank you so much for joining me today. I got a feel good flow for us today. We're going to get into some lunges. We're going to get into some twists, some warrior postures, some balance moves. Grab yourself some blocks. We're going to get into a half moon today, which I personally need a block for. Just something, if you don't have a yoga block, maybe a tall water bottle or a soup can, or just something that can help bring the ground a little bit higher, makes it a bit more accessible. And yeah, you should leave here today feeling really good. That's the goal. Okay, so when we're ready, come down to your mat, and we're going to start warming up in a nice easy seat today, Sukhasana, one foot in front of the other. And just take a moment to ground down, settle in, feel the sit bones on your mat sitting up nice and tall. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Take a few moments here to come to our breath. Be proud of yourself. The hard part is over. The hard part is getting here, finding the time, and you did that part already. From here, it's just smooth sailing. Nice big inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. A couple more breaths just like that. And let it go. If your eyes are closed, start to flutter them open. On your next inhale, bring the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring the right hand down to the mat beside you. Left arm reaches over top. A little side body stretch here. Keep your sit bones glued to the mat, just feeling a nice side body stretch, lots of space between the ribs. Inhale, both hands up to center. Left hand comes down, reaching overhead with the right. Inhale, back up to center. Let's do that again. Right hand down to the mat. Left arm reaches over top. Maybe gaze up towards the ceiling this time. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale to the left. Both arms come up. Bring your hands to center. Spread those wings nice and wide for me as if you were reaching towards the two opposite sides of the room. Big inhale here. And exhale, give yourself a hug. Spread those fingertips nice and wide on your shoulder blades. Keep the elbows lifted. And before we release here, just pay attention to which arm you have on top. Inhale the arms back out, reaching, reaching, reaching. And exhale, switching the arms. So whichever was on top now is on the bottom. Spread those fingertips out on your shoulders. One more time on each side. Inhale, spreading those wings. And exhale, hug. Inhale, stretch. And exhale. All right, drop the arms down, roll the shoulders out a little bit backwards, a little bit forwards. And then join me on all fours in a tabletop. Shoulders stacked over the wrists. Spread your fingertips out nice and wide. Feel your fingertips on the mat, not just your palms. Hips are stacked over the knees. Let's just take it to some hip circles here in one direction, coming forward, shifting your weight back over the heels, and then coming forward over your hands. Start to engage that core a bit, squeezing your tummy in. Feel the glutes turn on, feel the hips turn on, and reverse it, opposite direction. And then find that neutral spine, neutral tabletop. We'll take it to some cat cows. Got to start with our cat cows. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your gaze, lift your tail. Exhale, bring that belly button to your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round. A couple more just like that. Take your time with your breath. No rush here. Should feel good on your spine. Maybe one more round. And then meet me back in that neutral tabletop. Let's take a moment for the wrists here. Just flipping one palm up towards the ceiling. Try not to push down too much on that wrist, but feel that little stretch. And then switch sides. All right, send the right foot back. And let's just start with some rocks back and forth here, kind of waking up that calf muscle a little bit. You stay right where you are. I'm going to turn just so you can see me a little bit better. With that right foot back, we're going to slide that right foot out to the side as if you were drawing a line on the floor. Pointing the toes forward, same way that you're facing. And inhale, start to rise up. If you have a blanket or a sweatshirt or something, if you need that underneath your knee just for a little support, we won't be here long, but that could be helpful. Big inhale, both hands up to the sky. Right hand comes to right hip, left arm reaches over top, little gate pose stretch here. Just for a few breaths. One more big inhale here. And on the exhale, coming all the way down to the mat with that left hand, reaching over top with the right. Option to lift those toes up off the mat, flexing your foot, pointing your toes forward. And we'll take it to a little bit of a crunch here. So ready, big inhale as we stretch. Exhale, bring that elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. One more time. And crunch. Sending it back out. Drop the toes down. Drop your hands down. Crawl back to that center neutral tabletop position. Take a round of cat-cow here just to reset the spine. Inhale and lift. And exhale, chin to chest. This time, send the left toes back. We'll take those rocks first to start. Kind of stretching out the calf muscle a little bit. Just a gentle movement. And find stillness, same as on the other side. Slide the left toes out to the left side now, toes pointing forward. Rising up. Inhale the arms up overhead. Left hand comes to left hip. And right arm reaches towards the left side. Maybe lifting your gaze. Keep both shoulders away from the ears. And breathe. Big inhale here. And on the exhale, right hand comes down to the mat. Left arm reaches overhead. Check that you've got that shoulder stacked right over your wrist. Lots of support, lots of alignment. Maybe bring those left toes up off the mat. Stretching for the front of the room and the back of the room. Big inhale. Exhale, we crunch, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. And crunch. Really feeling that core turn on. One more time. And drop the hands back down. Crawl yourself back to your neutral tabletop. Take a round of cat-cow here. Reset the spine. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Come back to that neutral tabletop. Tuck the toes. Send the hips up and back, downward dog. Maybe take a moment here, pedaling the legs out. Maybe rock the hips side to side. Shake the head yes and no, whatever you feel. And if you feel like just hanging in stillness here in your downward dog and really focusing on that breath, totally fine. All right, we'll take it to our flow. Inhale the right leg up nice and high, three-legged dog. On the exhale, bend your knee, bring the knee to your nose, and then step through with the right foot. Option to use your blocks here for a lunge. Maybe just keep them handy in case. Inhale the arms up, high lunge. Nice big breath here. Exhale the hands back down to your blocks or to the mat. Drop that back knee, send the hips back, point the right toes up, half split. Just sort of fold over that right leg. This is a great posture for blocks as well, at whatever height feels good for you. Start to come back to that low lunge. I'm just going to move my blocks out of the way, but not too far. Lift that back knee up. Inhale back into our high lunge here. Take a moment and really ground down. Feel your feet on the mat. Squeeze the glutes, engaging the legs. Big inhale. And exhale, we open up to warrior two. Flip that right palm, reach front, and then paint up to the ceiling with your right hand, peaceful warrior. Left hand comes down the back of your left leg. Inhale, flow through our warrior two. And exhale, extended side angle. Using your right forearm to sort of open up that hip by pressing on the inside of your knee. Reaching one long line of energy from the left toes to the left fingertips. Back through warrior two, reach up, peaceful warrior. And exhale, warrior two. Step that back foot in just a bit. If you don't have your block set up at the front of your mat, just grab those for me real quick. We're going to take it to that half moon. So left hand to the hip. I'm going to move my block to the highest setting and start to lift the left toes up off the mat, keeping the hips open. Left toes pointing towards the side of the room. Foot is flexed. Maybe extend that arm up, or maybe keep it on your hip. Find something to focus your gaze on. Engage the core. Notice the shaking. That's okay. And nice and slow, with control, soften that right leg. Left comes down, back to our warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down. Step back, downward dog. I'm going to stay here for a moment. Come back to our breath. Take any movement that you may need. I'm going to switch sides just so I can stay facing you the whole time. And this time, on our next inhale, lift that left foot up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot through. Feeling the balls of your right foot on the mat. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, come back to our low lunge. Drop that back knee. Start to send the hips back as you straighten the left leg, pointing the toes up towards the sky. Option to use your blocks if you'd like. And we're hinged at the hips, folding over that left leg, feeling that nice hamstring stretch. Walk your hands back. Tuck those toes. Inhale, lift back up to our high lunge. Big inhale. And exhale, warrior two. Gazing over the left fingertips, flip the left palm, reach for the front of the room. Reaching up towards the ceiling, peaceful warrior. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale through our side angle. Left forearm to left knee. Reaching from right toes to right fingertips. Back up through our warrior two into peaceful warrior. Back to our neutral warrior two. Step the right foot in this time, taking it to that half moon pose on the left foot this time. So right foot rises up. And find that spot on the floor to bring your gaze to. Maybe extending the right arm up, keeping the right toes flexed. And breathe. You might have better balance on one side than the other. Totally normal. Maybe today's not your day for balance. Soften the left knee, left toes to the mat. Both hands to the mat. Step back to our downward dog. And any movements that you'd like to take. Bring the knees to the outer edges, big toes to touch. Send the hips back for child's pose. Bring your forehead down to the mat if you'd like. And from here, we're going to move on to some back work. If you'd like to pause this video and go back and do that flow again, just to get a little bit more into the legs, a little bit more into the spine, go for it. If you're staying with me, we're going to slide forward onto our bellies. I'm gonna move my blocks out of the way. Little back work here. So with your hands underneath your shoulders, legs are nice and zipped together. We're gonna inhale and lift baby cobra. Just gonna hold it here for a moment, squeeze the legs together, not pushing with our hands too much. They're really just there for support, but almost as if you can lift them up off the mat and just using the muscles in our back. One more big inhale. Exhale, release. Make a little pillow with your hands. Take a breath. We're going to move into a sphinx and then a locust. If that's not in your practice, then just take another baby cobra. We'll get there. And if you're with me this time, bring your elbows under your shoulders, fingertips nice and wide on the mat, shoulders down and away from the ears, legs are zipped together. And as if you could tear your mat in half lengthwise with your hands, we're energetically sliding our hands towards the outside of your mat. Really feel the back turn on. One more inhale. And exhale. Rest your head on that little pillow made of your hands. Last one is our locust. Bring your arms down to the sides, palms facing up, forehead down. And when we're ready, we're going to lift the head, the hands, and the feet, squeezing that back, squeezing the legs together, feeling all the muscles in your body turn on. Hold it for 3, for 2, for 1, and relax. In your own time, when you're ready, we're going to roll over onto our backs to close out. Take your time and walk your feet close to your hips. Bring your palms down to the mat at your sides. I'm going to take it to a bridge pose. So when you're ready, tilt your pelvis as if you could make a C with your spine. And nice and slowly lifting from the bottom of your spine first, we roll up, maybe walking those shoulder blades underneath, pushing from the heels. And exhale, roll it down. 2 more times just like that. Inhale, lift, nice and slow. And exhale. One more time, inhale, lift. Hold it here. And exhale, roll it down. Beautiful. Cross the right ankle over the left knee, figure 4. Option to stay right here. This feels like a good enough stretch, maybe pushing on your right inner thigh or knee just a bit to deepen the stretch. Or pick the left toes up off the mat, interlace your hands behind your hamstring, flex the right foot, getting into that hip. Slowly let the left leg come down. Bring the right knee into the chest. Inhale. And exhale, crossing it over, spinal twist. Tee out your arms. I like to keep my left hand on my right knee just for a little added pressure. Maybe bring your gaze to your right shoulder. Just wringing out the spine, melting into your mat. Rolling back to center, bring both knees into your chest. Right foot comes down to the mat, left ankle crosses over the right knee. Same options here, can stay right here in our figure 4. Maybe lift the right foot up off your mat, flex the left foot, feel that stretch, relax the muscles in your back. And just opening up that hip a bit more, let it feel good. Relax your face, your jaw, your neck. Slow and controlled, let the right leg come down, left knee to the chest, inhale, and exhale, crossing it over to the right side. And same variations. Keep your right hand on your left knee or tee out your arms. Maybe bring your gaze to the left side. Rolling back onto your back. Give yourself a little roll out here, side to side. And wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a nice big hug. And exhale, let it go for Shavasana. Extend your legs nice and long on your mat, arms at your sides. Or maybe bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And anything you're holding on to, just forget it for the next few moments. Be grateful to yourself for showing up, for giving yourself this time. Feel the mat underneath you supporting you. And anything you may still be holding on to, just let it go. And you're welcome to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need. If you have the time, I encourage you to stay there and just practice those mindful moments as best you can. If and when you're ready to close out, come back up to a gentle seat. Take your time, get there slowly. Starting to come back to our bodies and closing out the same way we began. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, sitting up nice and tall. Let's take one big inhale together, lifting the arms and the gaze up to the ceiling. And exhale the hands through heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for this feel good flow. I hope you feel good. I hope you feel re-energized. I hope you feel ready to tackle the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Follow me on Instagram at Busy Moms Yoga. I'll let you know whenever I drop any new videos. And this way here, you can meet me on the mat again. All right. Bye guys. See you next time.